What's good, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Moving Life Fearless. Welcome back to another entry to my Let's Talk Music series, where I give my thoughts and opinions about some of the latest mixtapes, EPs, albums, and everything in between that have come out over the last couple of weeks. As always, before we start, if you're liking any of these videos, please smash that like and subscribe button for us, as it helps us out greatly. And if you like any of the gear I rock in these videos like this or this, you can also head over to the site and get some for yourself. But let's get right to it. Let me just get this out of the way from the very beginning. This is a very good album. In fact, this is a very great album. I like it. I like it a lot. The production is phenomenal. It gives me heavy vibes of those 444's more stripped back aesthetics. The lyricism and the bars are top notch from both parties. And, just the overall concept is pretty dope. But Jay Electronica, what the fuck? We have been waiting for Jay Electronica's debut album for 11 years. And when we finally get it, the very first rapping voice or verse we get on here is from somebody else. Now, that somebody else happens to be arguably the greatest rapper of all time, which is dope to hear Jay-Z on anything these days. But that's not why we came for the album. And for all that ish you and your stance have been popping for all of these years about how you are a top tier artist, how you are a top tier rapper, and how you belong up there with the greats, that felt like a weak move. And I'm not saying, like a lot of people are saying, that you got completely washed when you went toe to toe with Hove, but he definitely stole the show, and he definitely had me more invested and interested in what he was saying than what you were saying. You were more of the feature in the guest appearance than he was on your own album. And while Jay Electronica was certainly dropping some gems and some serious bars, I felt like I needed an encyclopedia to almost catch everything he was talking about. And when you're comparing him to Exhibit C, which in my book is one of the greatest just pure hip-hop rap verses and songs of all time, this feels like a decided step back, and he doesn't live up to that hype or that potential. But criticisms aside, I can't stop replaying this album. And at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. I just find myself still waiting for that solo debut Jay Electronica album and wanting a new Jay-Z album more than ever. To this point in his career, there have been two distinct halves to his sound. There were those formative years, which turned him into a cult icon, where his music was moodier, darker, and far more mysterious. And then there's his latter part of his career, which launched him into his megastardom status that he has now, which was not devoid of his signature debauchery, was far more bright and more synth heavy. While he doesn't really get close to those extreme heights that he reached on either side or surpass them, what he does do extremely well here is create one cohesive sound and project from everything that we've kind of known him for to this point. So he gives a little bit of everything for everybody who's been a fan of his throughout the years, and it just makes for a great listen, albeit far less impactful than I was hoping for. By far, one of the best things to come out of Kanye's I'm Off the Meds and Everybody Gets a 7-Song Project phase from a couple years ago was 070 Shake. I found myself gravitating to her unique voice and sound, and if Modus Vivendi did anything, it proved to me that she is an absolute star in the making. I highly doubt that Kanye had any real hand in this project, considering the state that he's been in over the past year or so, but the production is very reminiscent of some of the earlier stuff that he's done and that he would have done for somebody like this. It's very, very good production, and she absolutely floats all over these tracks. It's like a unique mix of 808s and pop and soul and R&B and little touches of psychedelia, and it's just a unique sound. And the way that she delivers her verses between its like R&B singing and more broken spoken word rap, it brings it all together to one really good album. and the fact that good music is not promoting or pushing her more is mind-boggling. Tame Impala has been an extremely hot name in music these days, and rightfully so. The Slowest is easily already one of my favorite albums of the year so far. The way he is able to take all of these different genres and sounds, whether it be electronic, hip-hop, pop, soul, acoustics, whatever, and then put it through like this psychedelic prism for us to view it through, is just fucking dope. Not to mention that his melodies and riffs are easily some of the best out right now. So I fully expect to continue to see his influences in other artists and other genres for years to come, because it feels that ahead of the time right now. It's one of those albums that I can just easily throw on and let play through from front to back without even thinking about skipping a song. That slower, more lovey R&B traditional sound is definitely making a strong comeback these days, and it's really dope to hear. And while instrumental and production wise, he is definitely more in line with that more traditional 90s R&B sound than a lot of his peers these days, if you really dig into his content and lyrics and everything that he is talking about, it is definitely not traditional R&B. These are not your grandfather's love songs. He talks about sex and debauchery with a nonchalantness and coolness that is only akin to a Future or a Weeknd type artist. So that dichotomy playing between, those two different eras and styles is very interesting to listen to. Not groundbreaking or full of much depth, but for what it is very good. Man, just when I thought I was becoming a believer after Purpose, this has firmly put me right back on the other side. This whole project just felt monotonous, one note, and straight up uninspired. For as loud and boisterous as he's been about him becoming a changed man outside of the music, none of that has actually translated to the music. What we get here all feels like somebody who is really too afraid to take too many chances or to try anything really new or exciting. So I'm happy that he has found some sort of peace of mind, but if this is what we're gonna get from him in the future, he can keep it. I tried, and for some reason I keep on trying, but I don't think I'll ever be an A Boogie fan. I just don't really get the appeal. To me, he is not a particularly strong rapper or a particularly strong singer, and bringing those two together for him doesn't make it a better product. And even bigger than that to me is just his overall songs and concepts and themes and topics are the same tired songs, concepts, and themes and topics he's been talking about since he first came out. There's some moments here, but they're just that. Moments. But that's it for this intro to my Let's Talk Music series. You guys let me know what you thought about any of the albums that I talked about here, particularly Jay Electronica's long-awaited debut. Do you think it lived up to the hype? Let me know in the comments down below. And let me know also if there's any albums that I missed that I should be checking out. And if you like any of the gear that I rock in these videos like this or this, you can also head to the official site and grab some for yourself. And if you liking these videos, please smash that like and subscribe button for me, as it helps us out greatly. But until next time, I will catch you guys soon. Peace.